let's get into our news here. Um, did you see that they made a John Wick documentary about like the whole history
I
of John
saw
Wick and stuff?
the trailer for it. Yeah, they're
What'd you
just like
think?
going back behind the scenes. I thought it was interesting. I might check it out. Yeah, is it? What is it on? Do you know anything like
I
about
can't.
that?
I don't remember. I think it was called like Wick is Pain or something like that.
Hmm.
Wick.
Yeah, that's what it's called. I I might watch that. It depends on how long it is, and um, but I do think it's interesting. I mean, that whole movie is just like stunt work and behind the scenes stuff. So that would be pretty interesting to watch.
Comes out on Friday. It looks like it's like a digital release. Doesn't look like it's looks
Oh,
like you
it's not
have
like
to.
streaming service or something. I have to pay
No,
for it.
looks like you have to pay for it because I,
Uh,
because it's Lionsgate, right? That releases John Wick, so it's not like there's no service.
yeah, I'm sure that'll get stripped and put on YouTube. So I'll just watch it there.
Yeah, like if it was a a Universal movie, it'd go on Peacock or whatever, but it's not. It's Lionsgate.
Yeah.
Um, I thought you would be interested in that. Um, but yeah, I agree. I wouldn't pay for it. So, um, but I mean, there's a lot of John Wick has definitely changed. I feel like action movies go through like they have like one movie that kind of changes what the next like 5 or so years of action movies look like, and John Wick is definitely one of those movies. Actually, Keanu Reeves was in two of those movies because there's John Wick and The Matrix, because The Matrix changed how they made action movies for a long time after as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think The Matrix, Jason Bourne, John Wick, those are all like ones that changed how action movies are made for a while. That was the last like three or so changes there. But so yeah, the gritty stuff in the background on John Wick, because I think it is interesting because that first movie was made for like $4 and just was just a cult hit. So and now there's been four of them with a
Yeah.
spin-off on the way and then another one coming later. Um,
TV show.
TV show.
There
That's
was a
right.
TV show. Yeah.
Yeah, Ballerina comes out in like a month, I think.
Cool. I
So
wonder
yeah,
if do we have that on the review list yet?
I don't remember, to
I'll
be
have to look
honest.
at that. Yeah. Yeah.
I believe we do. Uh, I'd be
Because if
surprised
we
if we
don't, we're
didn't.
double reviewing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's on there. It comes out the week after the Karate Kid, I think. Um, yeah. Okay. Let's talk about more stuff that you've watched here. A couple things. So Shogun, the second season, it is coming out in 2028. Um, so yeah,
Capitalize on the hype.
yeah, exactly.
5 billion years later.
2028, and there will be a 10-year time jump because, I mean, Shogun is supposed to be a one-shot deal, not
Yeah.
another season. So yeah, there'll be apparently a 10-year time jump for between the first and second season.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, the first season was good. I mean, so I'm willing to watch a second one. I'll definitely jot that down in my 2028
28
schedule
calendar.
there.
Yeah.
Um, but that's cool. I think it deserves one. I hopefully it's just well written and stuff. I'm sure it will be. It's probably the same people, I would assume.
I would assume so. I don't know what they're taking the story from because I don't know if there was more books or not. I would assume
Yeah.
that there wasn't, but I don't know. So I thought that would be something you're interested in. I've heard it's really good. I probably should check it out myself, but I just didn't get around to it. Um, the boys, creator guy, he revealed that there will be a full reunion of the three main guys from Supernatural on the boys. Um,
Uh,
so the guy who's Soldier Boys already was,
yeah.
or the guy
So
who's,
they're adding the other guy.
yeah,
What
the
do you
other
mean the
guy.
three guys? Who's
There's
the
a
other guy?
third guy, Misha Collins. This is the actor's name.
Is he like an angel or something? You have no
You're
idea.
you're asking the wrong guy. I
Okay.
don't know squat about that show.
Okay. I know very little. So I did try watching it. I still didn't catch on. I just got tired of it.
I don't know how. I thought you watched that show, so
I've seen like the first season. I don't know. I don't know. I fall off of those shows. Dude, it's like 15 seasons long or something. That's like a
yeah,
lot to watch.
it
It's like,
is.
isn't that like the longest running show or something? At least
It's
one of them.
it's
It
a
probably
very
doesn't, unless you're counting like
three
soap operas or something. Like, I'm pretty
three
sure that's
hundred.
one.
It has over 300 episodes. Cas Castile, Lucifer, Jimmy Novak. That's the
Those
Misha
are
Collins
names.
character. Yeah, I guess.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he's like an angel or something then.
Yeah, so Sam and Dean will be on screen together in The Voice. They confirmed
Yeah.
that. So I thought you had watched Supernatural. So
Yeah, I knew who the other guy you were talking about. I just didn't know who you're talking about with the I only watched the first season, so I doubt the other guy was even in it because I don't remember a third person. But I'm sure they were still kind of figuring out what they were doing with the show in the first season, I believe.
gotcha. Yeah. Oh, okay. You don't remember him because that guy wasn't even on the show until later. That's why you
Yeah,
remember
I
him.
figured. Like it started very like supernatural, like there's just some things that are supernatural here and there, and then it goes full on like demons, angels, anything you can think of, pretty much it goes there.
Me and Dad went to trivia the other day for the first time in a long time, and there was there was a trivia question. What was the only series? Because that on the CW that started when it was still the WB network, and that was
Uh,
Supernatural. Started in 2005 and ended in 2020.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, uh, I mean that was like a beloved show. People loved that show, and
Yeah.
so
Those guys must have worked like crazy too to pump that much out in 15 years.
it has an 8.4 on IMDb. I mean, that's a pretty good rating for a TV show.
I'm not even saying it was a bad show. It's just a lot. I don't know. I think the beginning was probably a little rough and I just needed to get through it. One of those shows where you just
Yeah,
watch it until it gets good. But,
yeah.
there's only so much watching. I think I have a higher tolerance than you. I don't think you would have made it that far.
It's probably when that guy shows up, probably like year 3 or whatever. That's probably when it gets good. Probably. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't care enough. And
Yeah.
that's I've the and I don't think I've heard anybody other than women say that they like that show. I don't think I've heard any like guys go, "Oh my god, Supernatural, spectacular."
I think it does appeal to both, but yeah, it's they were attractive guys,
Handsome
and
guys show, yeah, yeah,
yeah, it definitely. I would even say like Lucifer's kind of in that same vein. He's like a really handsome guy. Women like that show.
yeah. I I think I probably would like Lucifer actually. Um,
Lucifer was really good, and it's a lot more. I don't know, bite sized. It's not super long, but it's not super short
yeah,
either.
I think that's based on a comic as well. Lucifer.
It's based on something. There's actually this one episode where they have like a musical episode.
Mm-hmm.
You would have loved that episode.
I think they did that when they did like I think like the Flash and stuff did a musical episode and stuff. I think
Oh, probably, yeah.
yeah, I think
I
yeah,
mean,
he's
I think Flash tapped every box imaginable to keep that going. I know they kept it going forever.
I,
They
I
he goes back to the future, back to the past
they
10
did
billion
like
times.
they did like 8 seasons of that show. I thought I had watched more. I had only watched 3 seasons, even though I felt like there was 1,000 episodes that I watched. And I only went back and watched that musical episode. And I'll tell you, the musical episode I actually thought was pretty good. I actually think it did. I mean, all of the people on that were like Broadway people, like
Yeah.
and, the girl who's Supergirl and the guy who is the Flash were both on Glee. Like they're all like actually can sing. Um,
Mhm.
I think in that episode he proposes to Iris. So it was actually like a
Okay.
Barry uh, proposes to his girlfriend, like the
The
lady
girlfriend
he likes the whole
at the
time.
time, at that time, yeah. Well, you don't know what happened after. I'm sure it could be some other
No, they get
girl.
married. They have kids in the comics and
Oh,
stuff. Like there,
okay.
that's like an important. That's like a really important part. Actually, that's actually a good episode.
Yeah, until he runs back to the past and changes everything.
Well, there's where she
And
died.
then
There's
there's
different things.
Reverse Flash
It's
against
just like Spider
Twisted
Man, man.
Flash.
It's just like Spider Man. There's different versions where this love interest dies, this love interest survives, this love interest doesn't actually end up with him, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? That's comics for you. Anyway, CW shows, not really usually the best, and doesn't always appeal to me. So, anyway, so they're going to be in The Boys. Right. Now, Guy Ritchie is going to direct Roadhouse 2 with Jake Gyllenhaal returning for that. Roadhouse 2. The first Roadhouse I with Patrick Swayze I've never seen. I didn't see the remake with Jake Gyllenhaal either. So,
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen any of them, so
um,
I know what you're
but
talking about. But yeah,
Guy Ritchie making it gets me more interested.
yes, we
Um,
like Guy Ritchie here. Yes,
Guy
is
Ritchie,
he just directing like 200 projects? It feels like. I feel like his name comes up all the time.
yeah, he makes stuff all the time. And Guy Ritchie, he made that one movie, The Covenant, with Jake Gyllenhaal. So I guess, but I think it was the Bourne guy that did that last Roadhouse. But there was they did he was pissed that they put it on Amazon Prime instead of putting it in theaters. I think that was the problem. So they had to get somebody else. I mean, but it did really really well on the service. So it probably would have done okay if they put it in the theater, but whatever. So yeah, that's probably why. And we know that Guy Ritchie has no problem putting stuff on streaming services because he has a show on Paramount. He has a show The Gentleman on Netflix. So might as well do one on Amazon. Or
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, they all seem willing to give him money, so he does quality work. So
yeah, um, yeah. Pretty much. I'm not like. I don't. Some. I think his worst stuff is usually just like okay. Like I don't. There's not a lot of like really bad. Oh no, sorry. The Man from Uncle. That movie's so boring. Um.
I actually don't think that's like the worst movie ever. I
Oh,
actually
it's super
thought
boring.
there was what he's done a couple with Jason Statham, but they're not that great. I watched one. He goes inside of like a bank thing. It's not a bank, the people that transfer money back and
Armored
forth.
Trucks, Wrath of Man.
Yeah.
I actually thought that was a pretty decent movie. The only thing I didn't like is like the like overarching story that you completely forget about until like the end of the movie. That's the only thing I did thought was stupid, but I still thought it was a pretty decent movie.
Okay. Maybe I'll have to watch Man from Uncle again because I mean I feel like Man from Uncle was better than that, but maybe they're similar. I don't know. Maybe I just like Henry Cavill. I don't know.
Yeah, well, the British guy's playing the American, and the American's playing a Russian. That
I don't know why that bothers you so much.
I just thought it's just
It's all
stupid.
theater. I don't care.
Uh,
I watch House pretending to be American for
yeah, but that's
1,200 seasons. It doesn't bother me.
yeah, yeah, whatever. Um, that show is that movie was so boring. It's just such a boring movie. Um, and anyway, whatever. Who cares? I mean, he's made plenty of good stuff that I've liked. So, maybe I'll watch Roadhouse too. Probably won't. Thank you for watching part of the Daniel and Andrew Show. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. If you don't like looking at our faces, no problem. There's always a full audio version of the podcast wherever you find your podcast. Thank you and enjoy.